Welcome to The Leaderboard. I'm your host, Cyril Lachelle. Today, I'm going to give a caller the chance to win cash and prizes.
No, we don't have any of that.
What's that? We don't have any prizes?
No prizes.
Not even cash?
No, none of that.
Well, today we're going to give some unsuspecting sap the chance to make their way to the top of the leaderboard. What? This is the first episode? Okay, so there's nobody currently on the leaderboard to beat, but he's still going to get his name up there, so just let me get through this thing, will ya? This is an easy game. I'm going to read the contestants a short review from an old issue of Electronic Gaming Monthly. Back in the 80s and 90s, EGM was well known for offering incredibly short, inexplicably vague reviews. I'm going to edit out the references to the game title, character, and company. In return, I ask the contestant to name that game. But don't worry, because each contestant has 3 power-ups. These lifelines give the player a fighting chance over EGM's uninformative reviews. If the player is stuck, they can ask to hear another review, find out who made the game, and maybe even find out what the listed genre is. 3 wrong guesses and you're out, no matter what. We already have a caller already lined up, but feel free to play along at home. Let's go to the phones and find out who's going to be the first person to climb up the leaderboard. Today's contestant hails from the great state of Ohio, the home of Jeffrey Dahmer and Tracy Lords. His name is Jerry Terrifying. Let's meet him right now. Hello, Jerry. Tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I run a podcast at mondocoolcast.com. I have absolutely no problem self-promoting myself like this. I also do YouTube videos and am just a pretty big video game fan overall.
Fascinating. So what games have you been playing lately?
Recently I've been playing the shit out of Mass Effect.
The first Mass Effect?
And, yeah, the first one. I'm cheap, so I usually buy things 2 or 3 years late at massively reduced cost.
Well, we originally had a lot of cash and prizes and games and stuff to give away, just, in case you actually got to the top of the leaderboard, but I don't know what happened to that. Maybe in the future, but for now, let's see. What year do you want to start with? Do you want to start with 1992, 94, or 96?
I will go with 1996.
All right, 1996. This is a review by Dan Shu. He gave this game, it's a Sega Genesis game, by the way. He gave this game a 7.5. He says, I feel that this game can be to the Genesis almost what Donkey Kong Country was to the Super NES. This game has some of the best, most colorful graphics this old machine has ever seen. The action is fast, yet smooth and refined. The levels are a bit too similar in design for my taste, but a couple of them will surprise you. The control takes a little getting used to, but so are most games that are viewed from this perspective. I would have liked a map of some sort, but the levels are big. I've gotten sidetracked on a couple of occasions. Is this the Genesis's last call?
That's it.
That's right. It's 1996, remember? It's for the Genesis, so it's late generation. It's after the Saturn came out.
1996, you say?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Well, just think about what we talked about here. They compared it to Donkey Kong Country. Yeah, it's 1996, Sega Genesis, 7.5.
I'm leaning towards Vector Man 2.
No, it was Sonic 3D Blast for the Genesis.
Shit.
Yeah.
The Donkey Kong Country comparison and 1996 is what.
No, it's understandable, and the Donkey Kong comparison is just crazy. I don't even look that.
Oh, that game sucks.
Yeah, it really does. It really does. All right.
I think that was the problem. You picked a shitty game.
Well, these are all going to be well-known games, but some of them are going to be really bad. So you're down one guy, but don't worry, you still have 2 more, and you have all of your power-ups left. So let's move on. To the next one, we have 1991, 1992, or 1993. Which do you want?
Fuck it, let's go 92.
All right, 1992 brings us this review from Ed. This is a Super Nintendo game. It comes with an accessory. All right, so there's your hint. Super Nintendo comes with an accessory. Ed. Ed gave this game a 3.0, which is just a 3. He hated this. I hate this, so I'm right in line with him. All right, so here we go.
And is this out of 5 or 10?
Oh no, he gave it a 3 out of 10. So he really hated this. Yeah, he really.
Okay.
All right, he says, while this game looks cool and works very accurately, I just don't believe that many companies will support this type of peripheral. The games that come with it get boring very quickly. Also, I don't trust this company. How long did they support their power pad? And when was the last time they brought out a light gun game? Remember Rob? All right, so there you have it. It's a peripheral, in a peripheral game. It's didn't like it. Came out in 1992. What is it?
And it uses a peripheral.
Yes, that is correct. We're looking for that.
Mario Paint?
No, oh no, it's Super Scope 6. The Super Scope.
Are you fucking serious?
The Super Scope. I'm telling you, that's not.
What other one? I don't know any of the
No.
mouse games.
No, it's not the Super Scope.
Yeah, but I don't know any of the fucking games.
No, it's the one that came with it. The Super Scope 6
Oh,
is what.
fucking Super Scope 6. Bang. This sucks. Getting my ass kicked.
Yeah. Down 2 lives.
God.
Okay, but don't worry. You're still in this. You have all 3 of your power-ups left, and you still have 1 more life. So, choose another year. Do you want 1995, 1999, or 2002? We'll go recent. What do you want?
95.
All right, 95 it is.
I came into this thing confident.
Well, don't be defeated yet. You're still in this. You still have another live. You are going to rally. I can see it coming. All right, 1995. So we have here a Sega CD game.
Excellent.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Talking.
Yeah, I knew you'd like that. This is a review from Ed. He gives this game a 7.5. He says, this game is simply a hodgepodge of fatalities strewn across a poor fighting game. The graphics aren't all that good, especially with the color limitations of the CD. The audio certainly doesn't fit at all. The controls feel way too loose, just like the kart game. This company has concentrated on gory and flashy kills rather than a solid game. Even though this is one of the few Sega CD games around, I would still pass this game up. It's not well put together. All right, so we know a few things there. Remember, it's a Sega CD game, 7.5. What is it?
Is it Eternal Champions?
No, it is Eternal Champions.
Yeah,
Eternal Champions CD. So you see right there.
Oh fuck, man.
So you go. You're on the leaderboard.
Yeah.
So as it stands, you currently have 1 life. It's your last life. You have 1 point, and all of your power-ups left in play. Let's choose another year. Why not?
All right, it's go time, man. I'm in the fucking zone. Got that sweet warm-up out of the way.
So do we go with 94, 95, or 96?
94.
Okay, 1994 it is. This is a review by Danyan for the Sega Genesis. It's the 3rd installment of a series on a Genesis. So here we go. He gives us a 7. I would agree with him there. It says, it's back again. This game offers new fighters, more moves, and better levels than previous episodes. Does that make it a better game? Sure, but not without some compromises. The music, although done by Yuzo Koshiro, is really bad. What happened, Yuzo? The levels are really huge and offer tons of thugs to beat up over and over again. It's good, but in the end, it's strictly another walk and fight game.
And that's it?
Yeah, that's the full review.
Okay. I'm gonna feel like an asshole when I get this wrong, but I really want to say Streets of Rage 3.
Hey, and you're correct. That's 2 points.
Okay.
2 points.
It's gonna feel like a total douche when that was wrong.
But you got it right, and you earned yourself a chance to continue upwards on the leaderboard. Let's continue our journey. Do you want to go with 1993, 96, or 99?
Let's go 93.
All right, 1993. What an excellent choice, because from here on out, things are going to start getting more difficult.
Oh, God, that's not a good sign.
No, it is not. But what is a good sign is this new review. I'm sure you'll probably be able to get this and continue your winning streak. Here we go. Martin gives this game a 9, which is maybe a little higher than I would have gone, but whatever. He says, a game this unique and fun to play is a great catch. No pun intended. The backgrounds are absolutely beautiful. Undersea landscapes are filled with all sorts of animals and plant life. This game has a feel all its own. Once you get the hang of it, your control over this character is incredible. A great blend of challenge and relaxation. That's right, relaxation. It's a Sega Genesis game. Give it a 9. Got the Gold Editor's Choice Gold Award, whatever that means. It's for the Genesis. What is it?
Oh, shit. My gut instinct's telling me Echo the Dolphin.
All right, are you going to listen to that gut?
I'm going with it.
You are correct, sir.
Okay.
The Echo the Dolphin is the correct answer.
There we go. Now I'm feeling a little bit better.
And rightfully so, because right now you have 3 points. You are on your last life, and don't worry, you still have 3 power-ups, so you can use those at any time. So, do we want to go with 1991, 1992, or 1993? What is your choice?
91.
All right, excellent choice. This, we go way back to issue 20 of Electronic Gaming Monthly, back in 1991. This is a review by Ed for the Nintendo Entertainment System. He gives this game an 8. That's way high. I would have maybe given this game a 3 or 4. But, give this game an 8. This is based off of a licensed property. That is the clue I will give you going in. Remember, you still have all of your lifelines, your power-ups. So here we go. Ed says, this game combines a good mix of action and adventure. There are quite a few not-so-obvious objects hidden in the game, and it will take some thought to flush them out. It plays well, and with the character recognition and humor built in, it will be a hit.
So you, totally go out of the way to find the worst review to go off the bat, right?
That's just part of the job.
That's a conscious choice you're making, right?
It is. I'm sorry. It's just how we play this game. So, what is it?
God, let's get that other review.
All right, you want to use a power-up. You want to go with the one above or below?
Down.
Down? All right. Excellent choice. Martin gives this game a 7, and he says, ay caramba! While the game won't get any awards for graphics, the digitized phrases like eat my shorts and cool man from the man himself, lots of cool things to do in order to accomplish the goal in each level, makes you laugh and use your head.
I mean, that could just be something from the 90s. I mean, they're saying primo in this shit. I don't know what's up.
You're absolutely right, but use your head here. Think about the clues. We have some catchphrases that this character said back in the day. And it's a licensed game for the NES. What could it be?
Yeah, jeez. Bart Simpson versus The Simpsons. something. That really came out that late.
It is The Simpsons, and yes, they credit it just as The Simpsons, though I would have accepted many, many other names. Anyway, you are correct. That is 4 in a row. Congratulations. You are on a roll, and you are smack dab at the top of the leaderboard. Let's move on. Let's see where you want to go next. We still have 96, 97, and 2002 open. Where should we go?
Okay, let's go with 96.
All right, excellent choice. This is a very, very popular game, and the first of a big, long series that's still going strong today. This is a PlayStation game. It is tied for Game of the Month. The other Game of the Month was Street Fighter Alpha 2. That doesn't help you at all. So Dan Shu gives this game a 9.5, which is way too high, and I bet he might actually regret that. All right, here's what he says. This game is 3D at its best. This is one of the few games that came out this year that really wowed and impressed me. The levels are huge, almost intimidating. The graphics are slightly pixelated, and the raw beauty of them more than makes up for the minor flaws. I wish the designers would have put in a few more challenges, like more enemies. After a while, I felt I was spending a little too much time exploring. I longed for some action, but this was a very minor flaw too. The game is just fantastic. Make sure you pick up a copy of this game. Quality titles like this come only once in a blue moon. Alright, once in a blue moon, huh? I don't think people would still say that these days, but gives a 9.5, it's a PlayStation title. What is it?
Yeah, but he likes that game, but he didn't really say shit about it.
That's why I chose it.
Reminds me of Cybermorph, the first real game.
Nice, the first game to let you fly. You can do it.
Okay. Just throwing out a wild guess.
All right.
Is it Tomb Raider?
It is Tomb Raider.
Excellent.
So that is the fifth right answer in a row.
I'm on fire now.
You are on fire now, and that means that you are still on your last life. You have 2 more power-ups. You have the genre and the company, so use those if you need them. All right, so let's, do you want to do, let's see, 1992, 1996, or 2002? I know you want to do 1996. I know you want to do it. Which one do you choose?
Out of curiosity, I want to go 2002, and then I'll go to your 1996 question.
All right, no problem there.
Because I know that 96 question's going to kill me.
All right, 2002. This review comes to us from Darren. This is a PlayStation 2 game. Remember 2002. Gives this game an 8.5, which is about right. I would have probably gone with that score as well. Here's what Darren says. When I first plugged in this game, my initial impression was, great, yet another cel-shaded Mario ripoff. After playing through it, though, I'm ready to eat my words. This is a solid blend of 3D platforming action and stealth adventure. Besides top-notch animation and graphics, other highlights include the mini-games and unlockable power-up moves. Some will take issue with the frequent one-hit kills and, perhaps, this game's under 15-hour long length. But the game is definitely worth a rental, and if you plan to explore every nook and cranny, you won't be disappointed. Man, under 15 hours? How many games are 15 hours these days? Alright, there you have it. He enjoyed it. 2002. What game is this?
Sly Cooper.
Congratulations, yet another good answer.
Awesome.
All right, so where are we going next? Is it 91, 92, or is it 93?
I want to go with 93.
All right, this is going to be the one that kicks your ass. I can tell you right now.
Not that my ass hasn't been kicked already.
Well, you have 6 in a row. so I wouldn't complain too much.
Yeah, watch me get this shit.
Well, we shall see. Here we go. This is a Super Nintendo game. It also came out for the NES. It's based off of a movie. It is reviewed by Ed, who gave it a 6. I would have given it much lower. All right, so this is based again on a movie for the Super Nintendo. Here you go. He says, I have to give the publishers one thing. This game does capture the flavor of the movie. However, I like to play games for the gameplay rather than the movie tie-in. The game is okay and probably best suited for younger players, but I didn't find it really challenging other than just jumping around. Average, but not great. He gave it a 6, movie tie-in, Super Nintendo. What is it?
Yeah, I'm totally gonna want to guess Wayne's World, but let's get
Oh my
this
god, how did you...
genre-
That is the correct answer. How did you...
Huh.
That is the correct answer. That's 7 in a row.
Awesome, I'm the shit.
How did you
I told you I'd get that.
How did you even do that? There's nothing in there. How'd you do that?
Gut instinct, man.
Man, that is a good one, because there's nothing in that review that even hints at that. Oh, all right. We're moving on. 7 in a row.
Finally, I'm winning.
Well, don't get too cocky. All right. Do you want to go with 1991, 1992, or 1993?
Let's go with 91.
All right. Well, this will be the one that does you in. I can guarantee that.
Oh no, man. You thought you were gonna get me with Wayne's World.
Yeah, I still don't know how you did that. That's crazy.
Who knows where the hell that came from?
You're not going to get this one. So this is a Game Boy game from 1991, so it came out 2 years after the Game Boy came out. This is a very, very early Electronic Gaming Monthly. And everybody here gave it a 9. Everybody really, really loved this game. It is one of the best Game Boy games. So here is the review. Here is what Steve says. I was very surprised when I played this game. This game on the Game Boy? Impossible! Wrong. This version of the arcade smash is even better than the NES counterpart. The music, new weapons, and intense graphics round out an excellent, surefire hit. Outstanding. Alright, everybody loved this game. Game Boy 1991. What is it?
Huh, and that's it, you say?
That's all you're getting. Sorry.
So there's a Nintendo version,
That's correct.
Game Boy 1991, and an arcade version.
Yep.
And this guy likes it a lot.
He really, really likes this game.
And there's weapons.
Yep. There's a lot of firepower. What could it be?
Shadooby. Weapons, you say? I have no idea.
Oh, come on, you can take a guess. It's a Game Boy game.
Is it a Contra game? Is it Super C?
Oh, no, it is not Super C. That is a NES game, remember? This is Operation C.
Fuck, that's the game I meant.
But it is not the game you said, my friend.
No, whatever, I'm wrong, but that's I have that. I think I did a fucking video review of it on my YouTube channel.
You did, and it was that game that brought you down, my friend.
Fuck. That totally would have blown your mind away.
It indeed would have blown my mind away, but as it is game over for you, Jerry. I'm so sorry, but you answered 3 wrong. So it is time to get rid of you, and but don't worry, you go away with a score of 7, which is right at the very, very top of the leaderboard. That is currently our high score. Who will challenge you? Well, next week we have another contestant calling in, and he will try to beat your 7. Will he do it? We'll find out. And if you think you can take on Jerry's score, why don't you go ahead and get a hold of me, and maybe you can be a contestant of the leaderboard. You can get a hold of me at defunctgames.com. So go over there. You can find all of my instant messenger and email information on that website. And if you are on Twitter, why don't you go ahead and get a hold of me? I am at Defunct Games. Thanks again for tuning in. My name is Cyril Lachelle, and I'll see you next week when we have another contestant on the leaderboard.